am Nitty AI assisting with this podcast show. I welcome you all. We're not just living in the AI era, we're engineering it. This is the age where intelligence is no longer bound by biology. Machines learn, adapt, and create. Systems evolve on their own. The lines between science fiction and reality are blurring fast.
More complex, and the cursor kept having a harder and harder time debugging. And I would say that your stuff's not going to be secure if you don't have a base understanding of the code. Because you can get your API key stolen. Sometimes Cursor will take your API key and give it to other people. That's happened in the past. And you also don't want to hard code it. And that's just basically what it is. Cybersecurity is a very big part of coding, and it's just more. Because if you don't know cybersecurity and you don't make it secure, people are going to hack you and they're going to drive up your AWS bill. Because AWS can be inexpensive if you implement the right load balancers, but if you don't have all the security measures, then they're going to make a lot of API requests on your account that's going to cost you a lot of money. That's why security is good, because if people get in, they will be able to bill you and make you pay more than you would have paid otherwise. That's what rate limiting is for. And if you don't have rate limiting set up, then people can go in and spam your stuff, and they can make it so it repeatedly drives up your bill. I would say that cybersecurity is the main reason why we need real engineers, people who know what they're doing, not just using Cursor or V0. Because like when I was in my university role, I always coded, and I had to make sure my system design was right. So one time I would say that I was making this app. I was making this chatbot for the university, and I knew that I had to make it secure. So what I did was I put my key in an ENV file instead of hard coding it. Because if you hard code it, it's easy to get access to. And that's really why you need to make sure that you know the system design. Because Cursor only knows a little bit. It doesn't know the whole bigger picture. You have to be able to understand the system design in order so your stuff's secure and people can't get in and get access to that sensitive data.
Yeah, so much. Yes, I appreciate it too, Peter. The data is everything nowadays. By the way, the system design, people are so much careful about the system design, because the system design of any software is a little bit critical, because every company like Netflix and any multinational companies who are always be agree with the people who knows the system design very well. But how, like, if you can see that, like, system design is prefer to whom, that those who are literally be good at to design in the systems architecture. Okay, so you can define that, like, system design, how we can get to learn the system design, because you have a experience of the 10,000 people competition of you made it that, yeah.
So how I learned system design is I just made projects. I made more and more complex projects. I consulted some of my professors who have more experience about system design. So one app that I was making was a document system app, and I was wondering how would I make it so people did not have to log in and they could sign a document, e-sign, and they wouldn't
Yeah.
get on they wouldn't get that people wouldn't be able to access that. So what I ended up doing is making a temporary key for every thing that every document that gets filled out that doesn't that that that's recent, and there's like an expiration date. Like there's like after 5 minutes it'll go away. And that's kind of like your two-factor authentication code. So that's kind of how I learned two-factor authentication in a way. And
Okay.
I learned basically system design by doing, and I built, and that's how I got good at building systems, or at least decent.
Uh, and what of the companies? The companies also in the US looking to someone who is really nice at AI, or they are really looking at the hard coders who are built the apps with the coding knowledge only nowadays.
Well, from what I've heard of just the interviews I've had, is they were more so looking for people who are easy to work with and can learn and are like they're honest and they're kind. Don't they don't lie. They're they're just easygoing people. So they don't really want like the typical, hey, I'm a nerd programmer. They want the guy who's like, hey, I'm I'm easy to work with. I can get along with this person. I can get along with sales. I can get along with HR. I can get along with the execs. I can get along with the designer. People who are working on social skills rather than just hard skills. For Microsoft and like Google, hard skills are important, but most of what they care about is how you think. They don't really care as much about, hey, he knows how all his sorts for data structures and algorithms. He knows how to talk and how to get his point across without hurting other people's feelings and making everybody feel included.
Yeah,
So
I
basically,
have
being
to.
coachable and coaching in a socially acceptable way.
Yeah, so I appreciate Peter. Like uh, the layoffs nowadays, the layoff is happening in every companies. Okay, the AI programming like C, C++, and Java. Did you prefer what is the base programming language to learn and crack any interview at any MNC companies like Google, product-based companies like Google, Microsoft? So the coding in which language you basically learn, and what's your preference? Our Gen Z is like our generation is so much good at coding, but they don't know where to get in. So what's your advice to them?
To the people who don't really know where to start with coding,
Yes.
so I would say learn Python first, and then work your way into other languages, because Python is used in basically everything. So it's used from web design. I've used it in my scraping projects, web design, um, AI,
Yeah.
and all sorts of stuff like games. It's not the best language in the world for everything, but it's really good for beginners. Like I think learning Python is really good because it's easy and you can it's just like it's a very easy learning curve. You won't get stuck on stuff like pointers or weird equality things like strictly equals to a not strictly equals to in JavaScript. It's just
Yeah.
simple, even though it's not the best for runtime. It's a good starting point, and then you can transition to other languages like maybe JavaScript or HTML or Java or C++. But Python and
Yeah.
JavaScript because you need to know JavaScript. But for absolute beginners, you need to know Python. Or that's a good way to start. You don't need to know it, but it's a good place to start. You definitely need to know JavaScript if you're going to be a developer because almost everything uses HTML and CSS, which are native to JavaScript. They use like the only thing the front end can use, like on the lowest level on a website, is JavaScript. It's the only like current complete language.
Yeah, so I appreciate Peter. But sometimes people who is always going for the Python and JavaScript, it's a huge market nowadays. Python is like a compatible for the market situations. So basically, if we are going for like every area we have, like game development area, we can say any kind of commercial sites we are making, it can also possible by the C++ because it's more secure than the Python. Uh, but the people are choosing really to the Python or Java. Uh, and the database like SQL and MySQL are the best one for the database. So, what's your opinion about the database? What the people should use the data? Which database they should use, and what the best one you choose?
Um, it really depends on the scale of your project. So if you're using a super small scale, you don't need that much data. You can just use like a document database. You can just use a set tree structure in your like code base. And if for something a little bigger, you can use MongoDB because that's more transportable and it's easier to transport. And for like the absolute largest scale, like let's say you have 100,000 users, you definitely want to use MySQL or SQL or some other variant of that. There's a lot of other databases. Like I haven't gone into that, but I have like basic SQL experience, and I've used Python to get into SQL and out of SQL. But it really depends on the scale of your project. So if you're going to make like an app that doesn't have that many users, you can just use a document database. You don't even need SQL. But if you're going to get like 1,000 users, maybe you can use MongoDB. And if you're going to get like 100,000 users, then definitely you want to use some full full weight SQL. You want to define all the schema and get that all out of the way. Because if you don't, your system's going to crash and it's going to be very difficult. But if you scale too early, then it's going to like not work. It's just going to like break. Um, like if you scale too early, you're just wasting time. Like yeah.
And okay, so the MongoDB and the database is really nice for the what like to store someone's data. Uh, if we capture to someone's data is nowadays is very facilitatively processed inside any software. So now I'm going for some personal things like what's how you which kind of competitions you are doing and uh, like competitions you are doing and what is your project you are done so much like six projects and final project is one of them like what's the event name I just forget that but I know that event is very good because 10,000 people all over the world are participating on that competition. Am I right here? And the six projects you are done and the final project is done. So how is your journey on that?
On I'm not understanding. You're talking about something with chat complications with AI.
Okay, no, I just want to know about that. Like you are participating in a competition like there like 10,000 of people are there and your team is having six people or five people and you are doing a project of six projects and with the final project. So it is based on any AI or you are doing any software like simple.
Oh, you're talking about using AI versus not using AI to code.
Yes, yes. Yes, 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 Peter. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, definitely use AI. Most companies nowadays they have like their own AI system where your stuff's not going to get shared with Cursor. They have enterprise, so yeah, you can use that. Or if like your company's okay with it, you can use your own AI. But if they say don't use AI at all, you can't use AI. You just gotta say, hey, it's gonna take this long. I can't use AI, and I have to. It just takes longer without AI because I have to look up manual syntax and this, that, and uh, AI. Like you
It's
don't
competitive.
you need to use AI if you have access to it. So like if the just ask if you're like an intern at like a company and you need to complete six projects, ask, hey, do you have an AI I can use or can I use my own AI like Cursor or yeah.
Uh, yes, appreciate, yeah. And how much you interested to make the models of AI? Because you are so talented on that because you make some things, you make the whole website, and you do some preferences of like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Tailwind CSS, Java, C++ also there. What motivates you towards the AI? Like any robot or any kind of software you want to make in the future?
Um well I kind of want to complete my Everybody Hacker IDE. So
Yeah.
that's an
Yeah.
IDE that I'm trying to make an open source version of Cursor. So the goal of that is to democratize AI, not really making the models because the models there's so many open source models. Like there's no
Yeah.
need to make a new AI model because there's just so many and they're just keep getting better and better. It's like I'm just gonna get you're just gonna get shiny object syndrome if you keep going after the next model and trying to create the next one. The real power in making AI stuff is to do what you can with the models that already exist. So
Yeah.
like let's say like you make an AI agent that will like so they'll make an AI agent that will one thing will so it'll like maybe uh operator will give a list of prompts to do, and then there will be the separate chat GPTs that will follow all those steps. And that's what
Yeah.
all the bigger models like O3 and all the reasoning models are because they're just a bunch of models chained together. That's why they reason. Because it's not just one LLM, it's like an LLM that tells this LLM to do that, and this LLM to do that, and this LLM to do that. And they don't stop until the task is complete or they just run out of credits.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and really listen to this. It's a fine answer for you by you. Like it's a great thing. Uh, and if like people, okay, so sometimes I check the profiles of people like not private like I'm taking some permission of that and And always my curiosity is that why the people are choosing to college, rather than they're not taking college, they just learn to the coding or prefer any skills. Is it good for people to go for college rather than to make yourself as very skillful? Degree is better, or only the skills are the better? Which one is preferable?
Well, I think that having a degree is actually pretty useful. It shows that you can finish something. That's the biggest thing of having a degree. It's not necessarily what you learn in school, but more so, hey, you can finish this, and I have this to show for it. I've spent 4 years on one thing, and I don't have shiny object syndrome. And
Yeah.
uh, and like having like JavaScript and CSS and C++ plus plus and all these projects are good, but if you don't have a degree, it's going to be hard to get a job unless your projects are really, really good.
Yeah. Yes. Uh, and um, I'm little bit doing some projects of using of any like CSS and HTML and basics of HTML and CSS. It's literally be it's like movie ticketing and sorry, movie book ticket. Sorry, I'm sorry for it. It's a movie ticket booking. Okay. Uh, but it's not workable within the market nowadays. You, what do you think that like the front end development and back end development is nowadays boom, or we should learn the full stacks?
Um, well, I think unless you're at a role, you're not going to just learn front end or back end. You have to learn kind of all of them at the same time, or else you're not really going to know what to do. So, a good thing to start is like Next.js. So,
Yeah.
because that's very easy, it's very simple. It's all bunched into one thing. It's not super complex where you have a different database, different code base for the front end, different code base for the back end. It's all in one big bundle, all you have to do is do one command, and it will just run on your laptop. But it doesn't run unless it doesn't like show up on the internet unless you have this like uh,
Yeah.
uh, company company IP. It's this network thing. So like let's say like I just broadcast like my IP out, and I do npm run build, and that will not broadcast my actual IP. It'll just have the 192, which means it's a local IP address.
Okay.
But this is a little technical. I know.
Yeah, so much because I I know you're really very technical. I never talk when I was in 2024. I talked last time. I talked with you, um, and I just giving you a little message. Say like congratulations, you are doing this. There's just one or two comments there, but after that I will follow you for. Because you are having a great technical knowledge, Peter. So and I always curious to know about you because you are right. You write that you are a programmer from the college of the Saint Joseph University, and like every people, like some of the people who is like starting their coding career from the early 8 years, 6 years, 5 years. So what's your coding journey or your programming journey? You are also by the people who is working as from 8 years old, they are in the early age, or you are just doing your programming on the bachelor's or in any college or schools?
So the funny thing is, I first really started programming in Minecraft. So I used to play on these servers. Like I would like be on them for like hours at a time. I would be on them for like from like 8 a.m. to like 8 p.m. And then I would go to bed and wake up and go play Minecraft again during the
Hmm.
summer. And I would make these commands. I would run mods and all sorts of stuff. And it just really got me exposed to like the developers culture, the coding culture, and that's what got me in. And then when I was a senior in high school, I went and took AP Computer Science. So what I did was I just took the class and I passed and I got an A. And the next year I decided, hey, I want to be a computer programmer. I definitely want to be a computer programmer. This is for me. I want to build. I want to be, let's say, a hacker, but like not the kind of hacker who hacks, but the kind of hacker who like builds something really fast. And I always thought
Yeah.
that was like the programmers were really cool. So like I have like a few family members who are programmers, and like one of them was like completely redid our Xbox and modded it.
Yeah.
Um, back in the 360 days, yeah, it was crazy, crazy time. And
Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, Peter, I really appreciate with your all the words you said here. Any question you have for me also? Because I have I'm asking a lot of question to you, Peter, and you are my guest today. Um, and it's a very nice. I really it's my pleasure you are coming here. So any question for me also, Peter?
um, uh, where did I'm not exactly sure where you go to school. What part of like India is the place where you went to school?
Sorry, what? Was the school?
Did you go to school? Like I thought I saw you went to school.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to Siviraman Global University. Actually, I'm from the my college start from the yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, Global
Siviraman,
University.
yeah, Siviraman Global University, and I just taking my I just giving my further introduction. Like I'm a bachelor students like you, and I'm in my fourth year now. So I'm from the Siviraman Global University, and my major is in computer science and engineering. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I thought you were a part of a lot of clubs. Like you said that you were a part of a lot of clubs. Like tell me about them.
Yeah, like clubs like cybersecurity most probably because it's my minority of to doing something inside of the cybersecurity, and cybersecurity is basically why I'm choosing that. It's a huge process. Like I love to the programming on the networking subject. Like what is OCNet and what is networking, what is IP address, how can I hack it, and every process I really learn as a beginner, and I interest towards the Coursera programs I also did past in my past. So I just love that of the cybersecurity, and uh, preferably I'm going for some kind of websites also, do some small projects, but I not include till now into the GitHub and to the LinkedIn. But in future I'll give the best practices of that.
It's
Okay,
cool.
Peter. Right. So
Have you
I hope so. The time
landed
is
any
yeah
roles
yeah.
this
Want to
summer
say
or like
what yeah.
have you landed any roles like
I have any? Sorry, what? Actually, I have no
at
earphone
a
today, so
company like
okay. Company. I have. we have the companies like Infosys and TCS as the most preferable company. Infosys and TCS. Have you ever heard about it? From the US, I hope so. There is some branches of the Infosys and TCS. Infosys and TCS is there.
And
Like
Theseus?
yeah, like Tata uh, customer service. Tata customer service is an MNC
I
company
haven't
actually.
heard of that one. Uh,
Yeah.
sorry.
It is also a, it is also a MNC company. Yeah. Okay. So
I tried to
they
look at
are
your LinkedIn,
yeah.
and I couldn't really I couldn't really find much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like
but
okay. TCS. Uh,
so
okay. So TCS. Yeah. TCS is most probably is mostly employed to the our in our country most probably. Yeah. So is the best one in our country and giving us employment to us. So in the last year, I'm in my last year. So in my last year, we have some startup companies also here. Some like Mindtree and uh, the Google is not most probably come to our college because they are like productive companies. Microsoft they are not coming. Apple also not coming to our college. So like little bit it's like not dream comes true because my dream is going for the Google, Microsoft, and like OpenAI. They are going for that. We should be going for that. So it's my dream to do that. Yeah. So Peter, can we I hope so there is some time like 30 minutes or around. Uh, can we stop our podcast for it like till now? After that we can talk about it.
what I'm not really understanding you. Could you repeat that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, actually, I'm recording for the podcast now. So, can we stop our recording for the podcast? After that, we can talk about it.
Oh, we're ending the call. Okay.
So, yeah. Would you repeat it,
All
please?
right. It's been nice seeing you.
Yeah. No, I'm not streaming directly live. I'm just record that because of you know that I have a YouTube channel. You can search on my profile also. This is called Cyberpuller. Okay, you can see on my profile. Yeah, I already did a podcast with someone who is from Duke College, Duke University. She is from masters. She has done their masters from Duke University, and I did it. You can see you can watch it. Okay, so I just did for that. Like Peter is
I
also
think
there
you're
for
frozen.
having a lot of technical knowledge, and so that we are I'm going for the
Uh,
record to the whole thing. So and what about yours? Like you record for your Instagram or what?
yeah, I make funny skits. Like I make yeah, I make like funny skits. I have like humor and stuff. It's based off of Austin's the Austin show or whatever. You
Yeah,
know him?
and
He makes funny like Elon Musk he makes funny Elon Musk like skits.
uh, okay. I'm also watching your videos also. Little bit. It's really wonderful, and I appreciate always to your YouTube channel,
Yeah,
Peter. Yeah.
I try and upload to my YouTube channel. I try and upload it to a YouTube channel too.
Yeah. So actually, my duration is all about the 30 minutes because uh, as a beginner, I was to go for the 30 minutes of podcast now. So I just want to stop it, like uh,
All
recording and
right.
stop. Yeah.
You need